Hey guys, so this is just going to be a quick demo video on the black shadow nail polish by OPI, and this is out with the Katy collection right now, and a lot of people have been asking me to do a video or take pictures on what it looks like, so I thought that I would go ahead and do this today. I apologize in advance for my voice. If you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, you know that I am sick, so it does sound a little congested, but hopefully you enjoyed the demo nonetheless. So the day that I bought this nail polish, I had actually just painted my nails, so I really didn't want to test it on top of my regular nail polish that I had just done. So what I did was I actually went to the store and I bought a set of these cheap little glue-on nails, so that way I can show you a quick demo on what it looks like and not have to wait until the next time I paint my nails. So I actually chose 3 different colors to show you what this looks like on. I chose this silvery color. These 2 are both drugstore. This one is from Milani. This one is from Revlon. I will link the names in the info box below if you want to check those out. And this one over here is actually another one from the Katy collection. And this one is called Last Friday Night. So here's a close-up of that polish, and as you can tell, it's not as bright as it comes off in the bottle. This is about 3 or 4 coats, so I think to get that bright blue color, you would either need to apply a lot more coats or do a base color underneath. So now I apologize that this is not on my actual nail, but like I said, I had just painted them and I didn't think it would look very good over mint green. So basically I'm just going to take the polish and paint a coat on here. Now you kind of have to work quickly with this because it does start doing its thing really quickly. So that's good, and I will just sit here and wait for it to start cracking. It is sort of a thicker polish, so it kind of goes on a little bit goopy, but it works for what we're doing. Alright, so there's a close-up shot of what that nail looks like. This dries really fast, and it dries a little bit matte, so you will probably want to put a top coat on it afterwards. Alright, so the next color I'm going to try it on is this dark silver glitter one. And just paint that on. I can really appreciate anyone that does nail tutorials because it is very hard to paint through the viewfinder. Now this is a little bit thicker of a polish and it's textured, so I'm not sure if this is actually going to work because it doesn't really look like it's working too well. I don't know if it's cracking, but it just looks gross. Oh, here it goes, here it goes. Took a little extra time. But I think, like I said, because this nail polish is a little bit more textured than the first one that I tried, that it's going to just take a little bit more. Okay, so now this one did crack, but not as well as the smoother polish. So I guess I would say if you have a textured polish to kind of layer on some top coat or something. I did put 1 coat of top coat on top of this, but it doesn't really seem to have helped the cause very much because, oh geez. So now with that experiment, I think I'm going to apply a little bit of top coat to this nail because although this is a smoother glitter, it does have a little bit of texture to it, and I want to make sure that the black really pulls apart on this. So I'm just going to go ahead with my favorite top coat, and I'm just going to apply some of that. I'll probably do 2 coats of top coat and wait for it to dry before I put the Shatter polish on. Alright, so now that I've given that some time to dry, let's go ahead and put the black on top of this. Now I saw this in the promo pics, so I'm hoping that this looks halfway decent. Ooh, my lighting just got weird. I'm going to try to put a little bit less on this one because the other one I think I just put too much. So that one's cracking a little bit better. I'm sure it's a mixture between having a smoother surface and also doing a thinner coat. So I would definitely say that those 2 are some key points to using this polish. Alright, so here's a close-up of it. It's pretty much done, I think. It's not as impressive as it looked in the promo pictures, but I think it's just because every time you do it, you know, every nail cracks differently. So this one had kind of wider gaps and this one had narrower gaps. I think if this one showed through a little bit more, it would be cooler. Alright, so I have gone ahead and done a top coat, as you can see, and I think it looks a lot better with a top coat on it, but it's still not as impressive as I would have hoped. I do like it. I think you just kind of have to play around with which polishes it's going to look best on. So I do think my first one came out the best. I think it looks really awesome over a smooth metallic polish, and it really separated well with a thin to medium coat. The second one was my least favorite one that came out. I think that the color was a little bit too dark actually to show up against the black, but also it was very gritty in texture, and I put a really thick coat on, so that one didn't turn out quite so well. But as you can see, like, it's been sitting for a little bit longer and it's kind of cracked away a little bit more. And then the last one I think looks cool up close, but from far away it kind of looks like, it looks like a witch's nail or something, I'm not sure. But it looked so amazing in the promotional pictures that I really wanted to try it. I think if it had cracked a little bit more and more of the blue glitter had shown through, that it would have looked a little bit better, but it cracks really randomly, so you kind of can't be sure. And of course, when you go to paint your own nails, the polish wouldn't be staggered like this. It was just because I needed a place to hold the nails with the tweezers since I wasn't doing them on my actual nails. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little demo / review and it helped you out a little bit. I don't normally film this way, but I like the way that the close-up shots look so you can see the detail and everything like that. I just think it's a little bit more helpful. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys later.